Hey guys, this is the new green and white deck, Fresh Pine Scent. I love this deck, it just smells good. Let's go through it. All the glitters, Daxos, Blessed of the Sun, Starfield Mystic. I only got one of those. Transcendent Envoy, Season of Growth, Cestestian Training, Banishing Light, Hydra's Growth, Cetestian Champion, Archon of Sun's Grace, love that, Mantle of the Wolf. Some of these things I only have one and two of. It's because that's all I have of them right now. I don't have enough wild cards to get more. And I got planes, of course. 23 planes. 23 lands, excuse me. I like this.
Hey guys, hit that thumbs up button. Also hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell so you get notified when we upload new videos. Why? Because you don't want to miss new videos, do ya?
No way I don't want to miss new videos. I'll subscribe and like the video right now. Okay. Thanks, son. So, yeah, I like this hand here. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got some creatures, got some removal, got some, enchantments. It's got everything I need. This guy, Das Pundit, seems to be playing a lot of Throne of Eldraine cards. He's got the cat oven going on. Got the... I'm trying to figure out if I want to pay life here, but I think I pretty much decided not to. Oh, well, I guess I did. Okay. And for some reason, I removed the... I should have removed the cat oven. He never gets another one. Yeah, should have removed the witch's oven. I'm sorry, the witch's oven. So, yeah, I thought my Daxos out's a little gaining life. Whenever a creature comes into play, you gain life. Whenever the Archon of Sun's Grace comes in and starts spawning new Pegasi, however you say it, you're going to gain life from that. So Hydra's Growth. You get a +1/+1 counter, and every round, I think it doubles the number of counters on there. So, I'm pretty sure that's what it does. Something like that. It's good. And there's the cat. So yeah, this guy's... I guess he runs a few Theros cards. Really need another land. Yeah, all that glitters. Of course, Throne of Eldraine card. Really good card. So this is why you can't attack. I kind of forgot about this. Because he's going to block with that and sacrifice it and bring it back. Which he was going to do anyway. So there's really no reason to attack. Not till you can get something that at least more than one creature out. Excuse me. I had really good luck with this deck. This deck is all about certain cards triggering other cards and things just going off. When this deck really shines, you lay an enchantment down, and 5 or 6 other cards just start triggering and drawing you cards, pumping other cards up, creating new creatures, giving you life. It's an awesome thing to see on the screen. There's two hands of Magic in this video. The second one is a great example of that. This one is a great example of I'm outnumbered here. Yeah, I've got a really big creature, but I'm outnumbered. There's more than, that he has more creatures out than I do. And he's got this little gimmick with the oven going on, which is, decent. But you really need other cards in your deck, like the Epicure of something. I forget what it's called. Blood. Epicure of Blood. When you gain life, the other one loses life. So every time the cat goes off, that goes off. And you need other creatures out that every time you gain life, it pumps them up. Like the Aerialist, the flying 2/3 creature that gets +1/+1 every time you gain life. I mean, this guy doesn't have any of that stuff. See, right here, he's missing opportunities to trigger other card abilities he doesn't have in his hand. This guy's just thrown cards in his hand. Really. It's nothing really awesome. He should be attacking with all his creatures. They just sit there and don't do anything the whole time. Yeah, this is definitely something we need to do. So this creates another Pegasus. Yeah, definitely get that. I should have laid that first. Because if I'd have laid the champion first and then Daxon, it had gone off and I would have drawn a card. It would have pumped up the champion and I'd have drawn a card. As it stands, I didn't get those 2 other trigger effects. So... So always be cognizant when you're playing a deck like this of which card you should play first.
You're not scared of dogs, are you?
Garruk is a dangerous planeswalker. You've definitely got to deal with him. Season of Growth is very important in this deck. Later in the game, you can have no cards in your hand and draw 1 card, 1 enchantment, and just, as you do that, you draw 2, 3 cards. You start getting to lay another enchantment, draw 2 or 3 more cards. Next thing you know, you got 6 cards in your hand. So it's really a it's a pretty cool trigger deck. And I like decks that are constantly doing things. I don't like to sit there oh, I can't do anything this round. Pass, 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 you know. So, flying creatures. He has no flying defenders, so we can take care of Garruk. And he gives up. So, he knows it's over. So, yeah, he had us down to 12, and he's got over 20 points. So, he just knows it's over. I like this hand, too. The Archon and the Champion are my 2 main creatures in this deck. The Champion draws me cards and gets really strong. And the Archon spawns new 2/2 flying creatures, which are big, because so many times, yeah, people throw flying creatures in their deck, but this spawns new ones if you have the cards every round, and you can really overpower somebody. Yeah, the Transcendent Envoy is just to decrease the casting cost of my enchantment auras by 1 colorless. See, now on my Cetesian training are just 1 green. That's really nice early in the game. Because by doing this, I can now draw a card, too. That Banishing Light, I have no idea how important that is, because I banished this 5/5 he's got out. I can't tell you what trouble that saved me, because I banish him next round, but I have to believe he would have been a problem. I just have to believe he would have been a problem. The old Fable Passage. You know, a lot of people are into this Thero thing. And, oh man, Throne of Eldraine was junk. Throne of Eldraine was awesome. It was a very good set. I think it'll age very well. You know, Throne of Eldraine is the expansion that got me back into Magic. And I was kind of hesitant to go into Theros, but man, I totally bought into this set. I love it. I love this set. It's got some very nice mechanics to the cards, great art, and I'm a big enchantment person. If you watch my videos, you know I'm really big on enchantments. And this expansion is very enchantment heavy, and I really appreciate that. So right here, we could be swapping licks here. Not anymore, because I can't attack or block now. Law Mage's Binding. Yeah, so whenever that came out, it sounded like it was growling. Did you hear that? Go back in the video about 10 seconds and listen to that when the Archon of Sons of Grace came out. It sounds like it's growling. It doesn't sound like... It sounds like... So, I don't know what was up with that. I cast another one here in a minute. It definitely sounds like a horse. Get some good land. Get some good land. See, again, I should have laid the Champion first and then Daxon. I did it again in this game. But instead I laid the Archon. Listen, listen. That sounded like a horse. But for some reason, when I played the other one, it goes... So, I don't know what was up with that. Just, I don't know. Okay, now this is a problem right here. I knew this was going to be a problem. I thought, you know what? I got to deal with that. But I don't really have any way to deal with it right now. I've already used my Banishing Light. And I'm thinking, rut-row, Raggy. This is not good. Luckily, she doesn't have anything to flicker. Rigomatic doesn't have anything to flicker right now. And I think, oh gosh. So, she just laid the other Merfolk. So, she just basically be looking at the same 7 cards she just did. Perfect timing on the Banishing Light. Perfect timing on this Banishing Light. So I definitely want to get this out right here, too. Really, really great card. And the way it interacts with all the other cards, you're gaining life, you're creating new creatures, plus I have time to... I still can't get my champion out, but I've got to get rid of that Thassa. Oh, incidentally, I got the Mastery Tree variant, full extended art Thassa today, so that was awesome. It's probably gonna make me play that deck for too long, just because I love playing that deck. The Thassa is to build around a deck where you can flicker things like Burglar Rats and Agent of Treacheries. See, he lays an Archon of Sun's Grace too, but he has nothing to really make it just totally go off. It spawns like 1 or 2, but if you watch this, if you watch the way this goes, because my deck's working really good right now, he's totally in trouble. I've already captured 2 of his, very powerful cards. I think they're both mythics. They're both those, if your devotion isn't a certain point, it's still an enchantment. So I definitely need to get that out right there. That is the most... Okay, so I gain a little life. I cast this, which just makes my aura enchantments so much more cheaper to cast. So once I get 1 enchantment here, I'm going to start gaining life, gaining creatures, drawing cards, scrying, all kinds of stuff. Well, actually not scrying because I don't have a Season of Growth out. See there, he lays an enchantment, so he's going to spawn another Pegasus. That's what he should be doing. His hand. Here we go. Now I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going to put it. Yeah, definitely want Trample right there. This turns out to be the wrong choice here in a minute, but I didn't know that at the time. Only the wrong choice because of something he drew, which is a really good card, actually. So, trigger. +1. Draw a card. Create creature. All these things happening here. Of course, I draw a land. Another land. So, anytime I don't want land, I get land. But it doesn't matter. I'm in a really good spot right here. If he had like 5 creatures out and pumping them up, and I had like 2 creatures out, especially with all the... Then this guy's got flying creatures. Okay, this time the guy's got flying creatures. That's good, but I'm got way more than he does. I've already spawned 7 2/2 Pegasus. That's 14 points of damage right there if I can get it through. So, when this deck goes off, if you can stay in the game long enough, this deck will get you there. It will most definitely get you there. Okay, he's looking for a card. He's looking for something that can help him. And I think he gets it right here. Pretty sure. No, that's not it. That's just a creature card. But it has a constellation. It does do things. It just doesn't help him in any way. Mantle of the Wolf. 4/4. And when it gets destroyed, it creates 2 2/2 green wolf creatures. So, really, really nice. Kind of feel like I should have put it on the other one first, but it's alright. So when this hits, all these other things are going to start triggering. And I draw a card. Yes, good. Lay that down. It's going to go off again. The whole cycle's going to start over. And in games like this, you think, man, the time I spent developing this deck, it's working. You know, it's like, oh, I didn't waste that time. This isn't a junk deck. This deck rocks. And I'd say 1 every 4 decks I create is like this. The other 3 are like, meh. Maybe I'll cannibalize them for something else later. I'll try to work in another something else to see if I can make something out of it. But they're so-so. They're all right. Okay, this is the one, Deputy of Detention. So he just gets rid of both of my Archons. So they're gone. I do get some benefits from it, but yeah, he takes away both of them. It's like, that's an awesome card. Another enchantment creature, which is going to cause both of my champions to go off. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Look at this. I'm almost right back to where I was. Another mantle, throw it right back on there. Man, we're back in business right here. It's so fast. You're still drawing cards, getting life. And of course, I draw land, of course, naturally. So, but anyway, I'm almost right back to where I was. If he just waited 1 more round for that detention, I wasn't attacking. He could have gotten all 3 of them. And I would have laid it down. I would have laid that down. So, here's, so I said, oh, it's a legendary and I've already got 1 out. Doesn't matter. Lay it anyway. All your other cards will trigger and you can just get rid of 1 of them. Say yes. And cast it. And they'll tell you, choose which one you want to keep. Doesn't matter which one, just get rid of it. It triggers all these other things. And all that glitters. Here we go. I'm trying to think, where do I want to put this? And I finally realized I need to put it on a flying creature. And I'm looking around thinking, does anything have trample? I'm looking for anything to have trample. And the one thing I had trample on was right there, the Archon. Or not, the Envoy. But she has like it can't attack and can't block. Her enchantment's on it. Or his enchantment, Rigomatic, whoever. So I said, let's put it on the Archon, whatever. Oh, the reason I'm having to do audio after the fact is because my microphone wasn't on. I don't know why. I did an update with OBS, and for some reason, I have to go in there every time and activate my. It turns it off by default whenever I open up the program. So I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, a 17-18. All the triggers go off. So just gain life, creatures, cards, bunch of land. What is going on? It's crazy. But anyway, I'm in a good spot. I've got 14 2/2 Pegasus creatures, or Pegasi. However, I don't know how you say it. But that's 14. That's 24 damage. Or sorry, 28 damage right there. He's only got 27 life. Oh yeah, and they have lifelink. I mean, so that's pretty awesome. This deck may be my most complete deck. I do like my blue and green deck, but it takes a little while to get going. This deck, if you get a first draw, can get, man, by third turn it's on. I'm just kind of really playing it safe right here. I want to make sure when I attack him, I attack with everything and it's over. And I just more land. I'm sorry, I can't control what I draw. He's scrying. He's looking for something. And at this point, I'll say it again. I think that's why people concede so early in games sometimes, because they know their decks. They know they're facing somebody, and they think, I don't have anything in my deck to beat this. So they think, there's no reason for me to stay in there, so they just concede. Or they've built their deck around 1 card, and you've already taken that card away with like an Ashiok's Erasure, and it's like, well, I can't do anything because once he got that card out of my arsenal, there's nothing else for me to do, So anyway, yeah. At this point, I'm going, let's just attack. Come on, let's do it. So it's 29 to 57 right now. I figure at this point, if I attack, he can't block everything. Even if he pulls something, he's got something in his hand that he can cast for 2 mana. Maybe he's got something. I'm always thinking somebody has that one magical card that's just gonna like a time wipe or something like that, you know. But this is, you know, this is over. Okay, so now it's 6 to 102. Something I guess you could think is, I'm worried about a board wipe, so maybe once you get to the point where you're in a very good position, you kind of just start holding back. Maybe save one of your Archons or one of your champions and a few enchantments and just stick to what you got. Keep drawing cards. At this point, I've got like 30 cards left in my deck. And the guy just gives up. It's just something to think about, because board wipes would pretty much wipe you out, you know, but it's going to wipe them out too. So anyway, guys, hope you liked this video. Like, subscribe, comment below. Or actually, I think I'm just disable comments. It's not a big deal. But anyway.
As a human, I conquered. As a demon.
Oh, whatever. Anyway, you guys take it easy. I'll see you next one. Bye-bye.